Hi friends, this video is on linear equations in two variables, also called as a system of linear equations or simultaneous equations. I'm sure if you watch this full video, you're going to find the concept really easy. First, let's start off with a puzzle. I have this fruit basket here and it contains some apples and oranges. Now if I tell you that the total number of apples and oranges is 10, can you tell me how many apples and how many oranges are in this basket? It's not possible, right? Because it could be 1 apple, 9 oranges, or 2 apples, 8 oranges, or 3 apples, 7 oranges, and so on. But if I give you some more information, if I tell you that there are 2 more apples than the number of oranges, now can you tell me what is the number of apples and oranges? There are many ways to solve this puzzle. One simple method is the hit and trial method, where you can try different values such as 1 apple, 9 oranges, 2 apples, 8 oranges, and so on, and see which values will fit the puzzle. So if you keep trying like that, what is the answer that you get? That's right, it's going to be 6 apples and 4 oranges. So let me pull them out here for you. And as you can see, in this fruit basket, we had 6 apples, 4 oranges. The total is 10, and there are 2 more apples as compared to the oranges. Let's try a more mathematical approach to this puzzle. So if we put the information that we know in equations, what are we going to get? Apples plus oranges equals 10, and apples minus oranges equals 2. Now if we denote the number of apples as x and the number of oranges as y, our equations are going to become x plus y equal to 10 and x minus y equal to 2. Now this pair of equations that we have here are called linear equations in two variables, or simply system of equations, or also known as simultaneous equations. So we have 2 equations here and 2 variables, or 2 unknowns, x and y. These 2 equations can be solved by the algebraic method or by the graphical method. We are going to take a look at both these methods in this video. And as usual, we'll finish off with our top 3 questions on this topic. So are you ready to solve these 2 equations with me? Let's move on to our maths board and start with the algebraic method. Here are the 2 equations. If you consider the first equation, it has 2 unknowns, 2 variables, x and y. We can solve an equation if it has 1 unknown. So we are going to convert the first equation into 1 variable with the help of the second equation. From equation 2, we get x equal to 2 plus y. Substituting x equal to 2 plus y in equation 1, as you can see, now we have only 1 variable, y. So we can easily solve the equation. And solving, we get y equal to 4. Now we can substitute y equal to 4 in equation 1 or equation 2, and we can get the value of x. So if we use equation 1 and substituting y as 4, on solving we get x equal to 6. So the solution of the equations is x equal to 6 and y equal to 4. And this matches the answer of our puzzle. This is called substitution method. We are substituting one variable in terms of the other. This is a simple algebraic method that we saw here. There are other algebraic methods, but we'll do that in another video. Now let's take a look at the graphical method. For the graphical method, you need some graph paper. Now you may already know about graphs. First thing you need to do is draw the 2 axes, the x-axis and the y-axis. And then we'll try plotting the 2 equations on the graph here. So are you ready to do some fun graphical stuff here? Let's start. First, draw and label the two axes on the graph, x dash and y dash, intersecting at O. Next, mark the positive and negative numbers on the axes. Since the space is less, I am just marking the even numbers, 2, 4, 6 and so on. Obviously 1 is between 0 and 2, 3 is between 1 and 4 and so on. Now let's go back to our two equations. Let's start with the first equation. Writing it in the form y equal to 10 minus x will make it easier to get the value of y by taking different values of x. Let's draw a table and take different values of x. If we take x equal to 0, we can get the value of y from our equation. We get y equal to 10. Let's fill it in the table and we have our first point x comma y, which is 0 comma 10. Next, let's take x equal to 2. You should take such values of x so that the point x comma y fits in the graph. Again, on solving, we get y equal to 8. So our second point is 2 comma 8. Note, you can also take negative values of x. For the third point, let's take x equal to 3. And on solving, we get the point as 3 comma 7. Let's plot our 3 points on the graph paper. Join and extend the line both ways. So here we have the graph of the equation x plus y equal to 10 as a straight line. And as you can see, it's passing through all the 3 points. Now label the equation x plus y equal to 10. An important tip is you should always take 3 points, not 2 points. Because with 2 points, you'll always get a straight line. But the third point is acting like a check. Because if the line does not pass through all the 3 points, then either your calculation is wrong or your plotting is wrong. So remember to always take 3 points. Now let's take the second equation. Here it will be better to write it in terms of x. So we have x equal to 2 plus y. So let's make our table again. This time we'll take values of y and solve for x. So for our first point, let's take y equal to 0. And on solving, we get x as 2. So the point x comma y becomes 2 comma 0. Similarly, taking y as 1, we get our next point 3 comma 1. And taking y as 3, we get our third point 5 comma 3. Now let's plot these 3 points on the same graph. Once again, we'll join the points and extend them both ways. So we get the graph of the equation x minus y equal to 2, which is the straight line here. Now mark the point of intersection of the two lines, and here it is 6 comma 4. So the solution is x equal to 6 and y equal to 4. So we got the same answer for our fruit puzzle, x equal to 6 and y equal to 4. Or apples are 6 and oranges are 4. For all the 3 methods that we tried, the hit and trial method, the algebraic method and graphical method. So let's put the summary of what we've learned till now on our concept board. When we solved our pair of linear equations in 2 variables, we got a unique answer, x equal to 6 and y equal to 4. Now an interesting question is, if you have 2 linear equations in 2 variables, do you always get a unique solution? What do you think? The correct answer is no. They need not give us a unique solution. But we'll look more into this in the part 2 video, where I'll be giving 3 questions to my 3 students. And let's see what answers they come up with. Be sure to watch that video. I'll be sharing the link in the description below. Now that we are done with the concepts, are you ready for the top 3 questions on this topic? Friends, practice makes you perfect. So try solving these questions and let me know your answers and doubts by putting it in the comments below. I promise to reply to all your comments as soon as possible. So I'm going to disappear and you pause the video here and give these questions a shot.